Top 10 barrel racers. Number 10. Karlie Pierce is a two-time NFR qualifier and qualified for her first CFR in 2012. In 2011, she set the arena record for the Thomas & Mack Center at 13.46 seconds. She is currently 12 in the world standings and has over $480,000 in winnings. Number 9. Kayleigh qualified for the NFR in 2013. She ranked second for the WPRA Rookie of the Year in 2011 and placed sixth in the world standings and fourth in the average. In 2013, she returned to the Thomas & Mack Center and placed in 5 of the 10 rounds, adding up to her current total of $354,805 in winnings. Number 8. Michelle McLeod started hitting rodeos in May of 2013, making her the rookie of this list. By the end of September the same year, she was headed to her first NFR, sitting third in the world. Number 7. Brittany Posies' father originally believed that if he ignored Brittany's horse obsession, it would go away, but 2 years later, she got her first horse. Originally, the family did not own a trailer, and Posey would ride 5 miles to her local rodeos. 15 years later, Posey had reached professional level and had her own tack line. In 2003, she qualified for the NFR for the first time. Since then, she has won 2 world titles, 2 NFR average titles, and has qualified for the NFR 9 times. Her current winnings have almost reached $1,700,000. Number 6. Charmaine James won the World Champion Barrel Racer title at the age of 14 and held the title for another decade. Each of her consecutive 10 titles were won on the back of a horse named Scamper. James became a member of the Pro Rodeo Association in 1984. In the same year, she was awarded the Rookie of the Year awards. James has qualified for the NFR 19 consecutive years, beginning in 1984. By 1992, James had been inducted into the National Cowgirl Hall of Fame. In 2002, James won the WPRA World Championship, making her 11th WPRA World title. Number 5. Sherri Chevy is a 4-time World Championship barrel racer and has won $2,546,383 in her career. She has qualified for the NFR 16 times and won world titles in 1995, 1999, 2010, and 2013. Chevy's dream was to make it to the finals on a horse her family raised. She did so on her chocolate palomino mare, MP Meter My Hay, or Stingray. Chevy has won 75 trophy saddles and is an accomplished horse trainer. Along with barrel racing, she was also an all-conference basketball player in high school and represented the U.S. in the 2002 Winter Olympics that was held in Salt Lake City, Utah. Number 4. Fallon Taylor began her career at the age of 7, making her the youngest pro barrel racer in the Women's Rodeo Association as of 1990. She qualified for the NFR at the age of 13 in 1995. She qualified for the next 3 years. At 14, she won the largest rodeo in the world, Rodeo Houston, and won $15,000. In 1998, she took a break from barrels to pursue her acting and modeling career. In 2009, she had an accident on one of her young training horses and broke her C2 vertebrae. After about a year and a half, she was back to where she could compete again. In 2014, she narrowly won the NFR with the fastest run in the final round. Number 3. Lisa Lockhart is a 7-time NFR qualifier and a 3-time Canadian champion, a first for an American barrel racer. She won the 2013 CFR, and her current winnings reach over $1.5 million. In the 2014 NFR, she placed first in the average. Number 2. Martha Josie found her love of horses from her father, Robert Jonas Arthur Sir, who was one of the first directors of the AQHA. After the loss of her father, she became inspired to work with a gelding named C.B. Reed as a barrel horse. In 1967, she married R.E. Jonesy, a 3-time AQHA world champion calf roper. On C.B. Reed, she won 52 consecutive wins, was given 7 horse trailers, and competed in both the 1967 and 1969 NFR. Her next horse, Sunny Bit of Both, took her to the NFR from 1978 to 1981, and was the only horse to win the AQHA and WPRA championship in the same year. Her third horse, Jennifer Pay, took her to the NFR again and won the Pro Tour circuit in 1985. She was also inducted into the Cowgirl Hall of Fame on this horse. She has continued to barrel race even in recent years. Josie and her husband also hold clinics and competitions of their own. Josie claims that 8,000 students have passed through her clinics as of 2010, though it is unclear where this figure came from. Number 1. Amberly Snyder competed in barrels, pole bending, goat tying, and breakaway roping. By her senior year in high school, she was the Utah FFA president and was 10 in the world all-around standings. In January of 2010, Snyder, who was 18 at the time, glanced at her map momentarily and began to drift into the left lane. She overcorrected her truck and slammed into a reflector pole. Her truck rolled 7 times, and due to her unfastened seatbelt, she was thrown from the driver's window and her body hit a wooden post that was dragged with her 20 feet further. This impact caused her back to break. She attempted to move her feet and pinch her legs, but felt nothing. After extensive surgery, her doctor told her that her chances of walking again was slim to none, but more likely none. This did not stop her. She rode her barrel horse 4 months after the accident. She is still competing with her 2 horses, Chinook San and ATP Power, also known as Power Pony.